After you made the recipe for the library, it's very easy to change the recipe. To change the recipe, you can click on any recipe map. For example, I'm going to click on the star rate, and if you double click, you can basically change the value or the unit or the tag, and then it's going to change the that particular map. And you can do the same for the other maps. So if you are using a similar formulation, just changing the parameter that's used for that particular formulation, then you can basically just go to those maps and change those parameter value and save it as a different library to create a new library. So after we have prepared the library, the next thing we have to do is make a library ID. The library ID is important because this is a unique ID which is associated with this design, which will be pulled out by Automation Studio, which will run and execute this recipe and save the data into the database. And all this information are linked through this unique ID. So to create a library ID for this library design, we are going to save it into the database. To do that, we'll go to File, then go to Save As, and it will pop up two options. So to File would save it locally as a file, and to Database will save it into the database and create a library ID. And if you like to save it locally, you can, as I mentioned, you can go to File, Save As, and say to File, and then you can save the design into the local folders. So the last section is would describe how to get a library from the local folder or from the database so that you can view it or edit it. So to search it in the local folder, you go for File, then you say Open, and then Open from File. And that will basically give you to all the folders. For example, here there is a design, Library Studio design, which you can open here, and then it's going to open up the library that this was the library we created a few minutes back. Also, you can search for the library in the database. So what you could do, either you can go open from database, or you can go to this icon here. And here you can search by library ID. So we know the library ID of the library that I just created. That's 171.384. And if I say search, it's going to give me the library, and I can basically open this, and it will open up the library which was saved in the database. And once you open up the library, whether from the local machine or from the database, you can edit the chemicals, mixture, parameters, and recipe to create a new library from there, and then resave it with a different ID.